Hello, good morning or good afternoon. The next is a presentation for the subject Culture and Regional Economy of Europe, presented by Diana Morales, an international business student of Politecnico Grancolombiano. The name is France Economy and Colombia Opportunities. The country has been chosen is France, and this is the presentation. First, we are going to start with the introduction and the main objectives. Then, the business simulation, business protocols, and the strategies to make the opportunity profitable, and the challenge to face. And finally, the conclusions. For the introduction into the French market, different strategies of a product or service are considered to ensure acceptance and carry out the hobby class business idea. Each country has its own system of foreign policy that allows it to intervene in negotiations through international actors, in which there are important factors in negotiations such as custom, climate, and so on. Colombia currently has a great economic resources and excellent export product and trade agreement with France, and that it will be analyzed superficially into the following business report, making a previous investigation to identify some advantage, disadvantage of the two economies and the investment opportunity in business that can be potentially reached. That's why the principal objective is the correctly introduction on the French business market to long-term to do sustainable and profitable business. Business simulation. The population in France is mostly parent in full-time employment with Paris as the capital city of France, with other major cities such as Lyon, Marseille, Bordeaux, Lille, Nice, and Toulouse. It is necessary to create an extracurricular activities for take care of the children after the school. France, Germany, and United Kingdom there are countries under a democratic system where the fundamental rule is the respect and protection of human rights and fundamental freedoms. That's the reason why it is necessary to create a curricular activity for to care of the children after the school, and all parents look for holistic development of their children and they are ready to take these services for it. And that's how hobby class was born, because it's based in the start hobby class for dance, music, painting, sport coaching, travel based on skill poses, and activities with multicultural learning. Because the last argument is especially important because of the mix of culture existing in France, bringing benefits for educational support through the years and receive a bilingual activity with this service. The service company will take care of all the management and administrative procedures to hire instructors with experience in each hobby and who have excellent pedagogy in teaching cultures. The teacher could be the different countries such as Latin American, African, Asian culture because how I like I say there are different culture mixing in Paris, and however, this is the most important to the services could be work in this country. But the business protocols are the most important to do business in France because the tradition in France being essential to use the French language as a communication language and English as an auxiliary language. French business people, especially the younger generation, are usually experiencing and interacting and doing business with visitors from other cultures. The language, that language because the most of conversational business are in French. However, the younger business people speak English and read English very well. The punctuality, respect, and compliance. These aspects are essential to establish a business relationship because they rarely take important decisions into the first meeting without rethinking or consulting with other people who consider the best interests of the group or organization. The French attitude can sometimes appear arrogant or egoistical to foreigners because the communication can be very direct. The reason of that is the time. The time is the most important value of life that cannot be wasted, and the direct French languages facilitate this. In hobby class, the basis for success in this industry is responsibility and caring approach to children. So, the trade agreement between the European Union and Colombia commits the parties to respecting human rights, guaranteeing employment rights, and ensuring an adequate level of environmental protection, which is an important aspect to manage in a teaching services or for minors that requires contact and recreational activities. The strategy zones, opportunity scenarios. French business people usually consider the specific situation rather than apply universal principles. That's why empirical evidence, logical arguments, and objective facts are much more strongly than personal feelings and experience can do. For they are not easy to change and they are reluctant to take risk. So the opportunity is that it is necessary to find ways to them to become comfortable with contingency plans, highlighting areas of additional support or by offering guarantees. The French often focus on long-term objectives and expect to establish a strong relationship over the course of their business engagement, but this takes time and effort, and the casual approach can be viewed as intrusiveness. So early in the relationship building process, properly behavior, tact, and diplomacy is key for doing business. French usually want to do business with other people they like and trust. So personal questions should not be asked until the relationship has become stronger. That shows the difference because they want to enjoy building a relationship with person with different interests and experience and challenge to face. Legal requirement for setting up a business in Europe. Foreigners, foreigners intending to open a business do not need to work permit any other type of visa. They simply need a residency permit in the country where they intend to establish their business. The residency permits are temporary at first, but after a few years, depending on the success of your business venture, you might be able to obtain a long-term residency permit. These are several type of business you can set up to qualify for a residency permit, and you can set up with your business as a sole trader, a partnership, a brand or office of a foreign company, or a company registered in your host country. To obtain a residency permit for the purpose of starting a business, require a business plan, examined by labor and immigration authorities to determine it suits the economic needs of the country. Your business plan needs to show that you will make investment and provide service. And some countries also require business owners to be a registered member of a chamber of commerce or other governing business organization. In many countries, chambers of commerce are not just regulatory institutions, but also provide useful information, business plan advice, training, support, and resources for business startups. And to operate your business, register to business with the local authorities, get a business tax identification number, and register with the respective Social Security Administration is key and is the most important for doing business in France. So, as a conclusion, although we know that the difference between the two countries is immense, this is an opportunity for both countries since there are many treaties can be established in the future, so both parties could benefit. In the future, it is possible to count on a greater employment formation, having access to machinery and raw materials, and with appropriate investment for both countries. In this way, it will be possible to compete with globally established economies such as an industrialized country like France, like Germany or United Kingdom. Thank you for watching.